turn a plain glass vase into a festive focal point, simply take a bag of foam faux lemons and slice them in half lengthwise. Now lay your vase on its side. Use hot glue to attach a lemon half to the top of the vase. If the lemons have a stem, use those halves to circle the top of the vase. When you attach the top row, have the tops of the lemons rise just a bit over the rim. Stagger the lemon halves so that they fill in as much of the glass as possible. Continue until you reach the bottom row. If the lemon halves are too long, mark the points on the lemon that you need to trim and slice that part off. Your vase is now ready to fill and display.
I went to my local grocery store and I picked up some lemons and some limes. We're going to take our lemons and we're going to cut them into about 1/4 inch thick pieces. And we're going to do the same thing to the limes. And I wanted to use both of these because I think it's going to look really pretty having the green and yellow. First thing we have to do is place our container in the middle. Now what we can do is start taking our slices of fruit and working them in. And there is our last piece. And I think this already looks beautiful. So now if we zoom in on the inside, now we're going to fill the container inside with some water. And we can start working in our flowers. And while I was at the grocery store, I picked up some flowers. They are 3 different bundles for $15. And all I'm going to do is just arrange them right inside the container. Now I'm going to work in some of these. These are known as palms, and these are actually in the chrysanthemum family. So we have these in a really pretty green color. We're going to just pepper a few of these in. So after working in a few of those, we also have a really beautiful flower, and this is known as Alstroemeria. These come in every color imaginable, and we're going to work in a little bit of these to add some extra yellow. And now let's step back and give you the grand reveal. So if you're not comfortable using fresh flowers and fresh fruits, we do sell the artificial versions at nixseasonaldecor.com, and that way it can last a lifetime. But it was so easy to put together. We ran to the grocery store, a few flowers, 1 lemon, 1 lime, and we created this on a budget, and I absolutely love it.
Did you know you can create home decor from the fruit in your fruit bowl? Grab a lemon, orange, or grapefruit and cut it in half lengthwise. Take a knife and carefully score the fruit where the pulp meets the skin. With a spoon, scoop out all of the fruit and set aside for something to be eaten later. Take a cotton candle wick or a wood wick and insert the bottom of it into its metal stand. Check to make sure that it can stand upright when placed inside the empty fruit skin. Think outside the box and try scooping out other types of fruit. I was able to scoop out a mango by cutting off the top and then thinly slicing off layers of fruit. With any of these fruits, it is important to soak up any excess moisture from the inner skin with a towel. Next, pour candle wax flakes into a candle pouring pot. Then place the pot into another pan or double boiler filled with a few inches of boiling water. As the wax flakes melt, stir with a wooden spoon until all is melted and you have clear liquid wax. Take a spoonful or 2 of melted wax and pour onto the bottom of a piece of fruit. Place the candle wick in its stand in the puddle of wax and hold it for a few seconds until it is able to stand on its own. Then, start to pour the rest of the melted wax into the fruit and to the top. You can leave it as is at this point, or you can add another layer of scent by sprinkling dried herbs, such as lemon balm, on top of the hot wax. Let the wax cool and set for at least 30 minutes before you move them. Light and display individually or in a grouping with other fun fruits.
So our sign has 2 holes already hole punched in our wreath or our sign, which is definitely something we want because it makes it easier to attach some wires. So all I did is I took 2 pieces of about 14-inch long wire, just enough to feed it through the grapevine, and we're going to secure it using that. So I like to place my signs a little off-center, so I'm going to place this one a little bit lower in the design, right around here. And I'm just taking the wires and I'm feeding them through to the back of the frame. And in doing so, it secures our sign. You don't want to just be hot gluing your sign in place. It definitely wouldn't stay over time. So make sure you're securing it using some wire. Another thing is my dad asked if you could use a pipe cleaner, and you certainly can if you don't have any wire. You do want to be cautious of using a pipe cleaner though, because it will show a little bit more than the little 22 gauge wire. So now that we have our sign secure, our next step is going to come back in with some ribbon. So let me know if you guys would like to see more bow videos, but to start off with, we're going to just take our ribbon and we're going to pinch it We can create loops as big or as small as we'd like. I'm creating these about 3.5, 4 inches long. And for spring and summer, I like creating less loops rather than more. That way we have the possibility of coming back in with more additional florals and greenery. So far we've added 3. Maybe we'll just do 3 or 4. Create a very small bow. That way we can have some tails left over too. So we'll do 5 total loops. And that should give us a decent size bow cluster, if you will. We don't need to have a traditional bow for this. So we'll do 5 loops, and then we'll cut off our ribbon. You know what? We'll do one more. What the heck? We'll do one more. We'll do one more. So we have 6 loops. We'll cut off our ribbon. We'll take our tail. And this was just a leftover roll, you guys, so you always don't have to start with a fresh new roll. So we'll take our tails, we'll place them behind our bow, and secure our bow just with a pipe cleaner. So this is what we ended up with. Now what we can do is we can take our bow and place it in the upper left-hand corner of our wreath. The reason we're doing this is because the sign is up on the lower right. So to balance it off, we're placing this on the upper left. So we have our little bow attached. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy. Now what we can do on either end is dovetail it if we would like. So we'll just take our ribbon, fold it in half, and cut from the middle out towards the wired edge. And in doing so, we create a beautiful dovetail that creates a professional looking finished end for your ribbon. So you could either dovetail it or you can cut it at an angle. We're just going to dovetail it here. Then we can fluff our bow. Fluffing is the most important part when making a bow. So now that we have it nicely fluffed, our next step is to come back in with some florals. And in this case, we're going to be using some of these berries. So for these, we're just going to break them down by cutting them as far down the stem as we can. And to secure them, we're using our hot glue skillet right here. Dipping the ends in the glue. You could also be using a glue gun if you would like. And then placing them into our wreath. So since this is a half wreath design, we do want to make sure that our greenery, or florals in this case, or berries in this case, are going in opposite directions. So we're going to have some facing downhill on the left, and then we'll have some facing downhill on the right. Okay, so we placed 4 pieces so far. Now we'll take a few more pieces and place them up top. And if you don't like the berries, feel free to pick out any florals you would like. That's the fun thing about designing, is you can use whatever you would like, whatever you have on hand. And right now, with everything going on in the world, I recommend going through your own little stockpiles. So everybody has little bits of ribbon or some artificial flowers lying around their house. And might as well beautify your home by using some of these products that you might have on hand already. We'll place just a couple more berries up behind our bow. Like that. So now we have a little cluster of berries kind of surrounding our bow, creating a crescent around it. Now what we can do is break down 1 or 2 small pieces and place it within our loops. So now we're going to just place a few smaller pieces towards the inside, closer towards our loop. And this will help hide the bow a little bit. As you guys know, when designing with ribbon, I personally prefer having our bows slightly hidden, or at least incorporate it into the design. I never like my bows to just be sticking out in the middle of nowhere. So by taking a few of these berries and placing them towards the inside, what ends up happening is the bow isn't as harsh and it looks a little bit more incorporated, a little bit more aged. So we'll just take a few berries like that, place them on the inside, and our next step is to come back in with more flowers. So now we're gonna break down one of these lime green hydrangeas. Any hydrangea will do. And I'm just pulling off the little florets. They pop off very easily and come off in little clusters like that. The reason we do this is to stretch our hydrangeas as much as possible so that it's budget friendly, and also helps take away from the bulky look of having, you know, such a giant hydrangea on a design like this. So we're just going to pepper some of these in sporadically throughout. And again, dipping the ends in our glue skillet, coming back in with some in our loops. Just placing them throughout.
These colors mesh so nice together too.
They do. So another option you have is to actually do a pink lemonade themed wreath. We've done them before in the past on Nick's Seasonal Decor. But you could very easily translate that by using some pink ribbon and then maybe some pink hydrangeas or some other pink flowers. And a lot of people do like the look of pink lemonade themed wreaths as well. So the option is up to you, whatever you would like, whatever color scheme you would like. That's the beauty of designing, is that you make it your own. And this is what it looks like with the hydrangea, the berries, and our ribbon. So now we have some of these artificial lemons, and people often use this as vase filler. Let me know if you also have faux fruit lying around somewhere. But with these, we're just going to add some hot glue and then place them where we would like. So we're going to place these kind of in a triangular fashion around our bow. So I'm going to place one on the right side of the bow. We'll come back in and place one on the left. And then our third and final one we'll place behind our bow. Like that. So here's the finished wreath. What we're going to do now is we're going to hang this up and show you guys how it turned out. Here's how the finished wreath turned out, and I'm absolutely in love with it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it brought you a little inspiration for spring and summer. I'm Nick Kretikos of Nick's Seasonal Decor, and thank you so much for watching Home Talk. Bye, everyone.